You might think you're just naturally shy, that you lack charisma, confidence, that something special that earns respect and admiration. But the truth is, it's not shyness, it's behavior. It's a series of small social mistakes you make every day, without even realizing it, and each one chips away at your presence, your strength, your value. You know that awkward silence in a group? That feeling like you're there, but no one really sees you. The issue isn't them, it's you. It's in those seemingly harmless habits that silently say, "Don't notice me," and the world listens, because the world respects those who own their space, not those who hide. Today, you're going to uncover 8 social mistakes that are quietly wrecking your confidence and making you less attractive. But more importantly, you're going to learn how to get rid of them, because once you change the way you show up, the world changes the way it shows up for you. Ready to flip the script? Then listen closely, because the thing that's been holding you back might just be what you've always thought was normal. First mistake, lack of eye contact. You can have a good conversation, good looks, good intentions, but if you avoid eye contact in every conversation, you lose presence. Eye contact is one of the most primal languages of power. When you don't hold someone's gaze, you're sending signals of doubt, fear, avoidance. And worse, you come across as untrustworthy. She doesn't know why, but she feels like you're hiding something. A man who looks people in the eye says, without speaking, "I stand my ground." That's what creates tension, respect, even attraction. It's not about staring someone down like it's a showdown. It's about being present, looking naturally, steadily, with ease. Try this. Hold eye contact for just 2 seconds longer than you're used to, and watch the impact. You'll notice that the first one to break eye contact is usually the least confident. Practice with people around you. Friends, the cashier, your Uber driver. In every conversation, hold eye contact just a little longer. It'll feel awkward at first, but soon it becomes second nature. And the result? Your posture changes, your voice deepens, your confidence skyrockets, because the one who holds the gaze holds their worth. Second mistake, closed body language. You might speak with confidence, even try to sound assertive, but if your body is hunched over, arms crossed, shoulders drooping, the message people receive is weakness. Your body speaks before your mouth does, and what it says is, "I'm on defense. I don't want to be seen." Closed-off posture tells the world you're shrinking, and that kills your leadership energy. Think of the men who command respect. They don't shout. They don't beg. They show up. The way you take up space changes everything. Shoulders back, chest open, chin up, like you've got something important to bring, even in silence. That's not arrogance. That's presence. And presence is what separates those who lead from those who are just hoping to be noticed. Want to be seen? Before you even speak, adjust your posture. Walk into rooms like you have purpose. Stand like you've got nothing to hide. Even when you're sitting down, your body should say, "I'm here." Watch yourself in the mirror, correct and repeat. Posture isn't just physical, it's identity. Because when your body closes off, your spirit starts to fade too. Third mistake, only talking about yourself. Nothing turns people off more than the guy who turns every conversation into a monologue about himself. He's not connecting, he's competing for attention. And the worst part, he doesn't even realize it. He thinks he's building a connection, but he's really just showing off. Talking only about yourself sends a quiet message. Listen to me, but I don't care who you are. And that kills any chance of real connection. A high-value man listens more than he talks. He knows conversation isn't a stage, it's a bridge. When you ask questions and show genuine curiosity, you trigger something rare, emotional importance. The other person feels seen, felt, validated, and that's magnetic. Want to be remembered? Make the other person feel important when they're with you. Try this in your next conversation. Instead of telling your story, ask about theirs. Instead of jumping in with your opinion, explore theirs. Let the other person shine, because the more you shine a light on others, the more they want to stay close to you. The one who truly owns the room isn't the loudest. It's the one who makes others feel alive when they speak. Fourth mistake, fear of speaking your mind. A man who never speaks his mind will be remembered as the man who never really existed. Staying silent to avoid conflict might seem smart, but over time, it turns into invisibility. If you're afraid to express your opinion, you become neutral. And someone who's too neutral isn't trustworthy. He's just trying to be accepted instead of being authentic. Speaking your truth with respect and confidence is an act of courage and a sign of identity. The world respects people with a clear stance, not those who sit on the fence. You won't please everyone, and that's a good thing, because the man who tries to please everyone ends up pleasing no one. He becomes shapeless, and when you're shapeless, you lose your value. Next time you're in a group conversation, ask yourself, am I here just to agree or to contribute? Even a simple opinion can make you stand out. The voice you hold back today is the respect you won't earn tomorrow. So stop trying to be the guy no one disagrees with. Be the guy who, when he speaks, people stop and listen because they know it's real. Fifth mistake, self-sabotage. Some men don't need enemies. They do the job themselves. They shrink, sabotage, and weaken their own power before even trying. Self-sabotage is sneaky. It starts with a thought. I'm probably not good enough. Then it becomes action. He pulls back, hides, avoids. And little by little, he digs the very hole he'll bury himself in socially. This pattern kills confidence, presence, and masculine value. Your mind starts feeding you doubt like it's the ultimate truth. She'd never look at me. I don't belong in that group. I'm not on that level. But who said that? No one. You did. And your brain believes it. When you convince yourself that you don't deserve something, the world simply agrees. The way out is simple. Not easy, but simple. Break the cycle. When the weak thought shows up, answer it with action. Not loud words, but quiet moves. Go, doctor. Show up. Stand your ground, even with fear in your chest. That's where respect is born, in action. And when you start beating your own doubts, the world starts to see you differently, because now you believe in yourself. Sixth mistake, neglecting your appearance. You can be smart, charming, full of good intentions, but if your appearance screams, I don't care, no one's sticking around to hear the rest. First impressions walk in before your voice, and they don't play fair. Wrinkled clothes, messy hair, scruffy beard, it all says something before you even say hello. And most of the time, it says, I don't respect myself. Taking care of how you look isn't about status. It's about identity. A man who shows up well put together is showing respect for his own presence. You don't need to be handsome or stylish. Just be clean, sharp, intentional. Simple clothes, but ironed. Hair and beard, groomed. Smell like someone who cares. That doesn't take money. It takes self-awareness. And here's the real deal. How you look affects how you feel. When you look in the mirror and actually like what you see, your posture changes. Your tone of voice changes. Your energy rises. You walk differently. Confidence starts on the outside, but it takes root on the inside. So before you go out asking for respect, ask yourself, what is my reflection saying about me? Seventh mistake, speaking too soft or too loud. The way you speak shapes how the world sees you. If your voice is too soft, people won't hear you. If it's too loud, they'll back away. The right tone is the one that shows confidence, clarity, and intention. Speaking too softly signals doubt. Speaking too loudly signals anxiety. And both lead to the same result. You lose respect. A man of value doesn't need to shout. He speaks with conviction. And when he talks, people listen, because the sound of his voice aligns with the presence he carries. Want a practical example? Record yourself talking. Listen carefully. Do you sound like a man who knows what he wants? Or someone asking for permission to exist? The difference is in your tone, your rhythm, your belief behind every word. Train this like a muscle. Slow down when you talk. Breathe between sentences. Use pauses for impact. And always ask yourself, would I speak this way if I were in front of someone I deeply respect? Because at the end of the day, your voice is the echo of your inner worth. And if you can't control it, chances are you're not in control of the image you project. 8th mistake, avoiding the unknown. Staying in your comfort zone is like living in a padded prison. It feels safe, but you're stuck. Avoiding the unknown is a silent addiction. A man who always chooses the familiar path, who never takes risks, who runs from the new, is quietly telling the world, I don't trust myself enough to explore. And little by little, that mindset kills his growth. Attraction, respect, confidence, all of it is born from risk. You need to move, step into unfamiliar spaces, talk to new people, do things you've never done before, because real life doesn't happen inside your bubble. A man who avoids the unknown doesn't live, he just survives. And there's nothing magnetic about someone constantly hiding from their own potential. Does it feel scary? Of course it does. But courage isn't the absence of fear. It's action despite fear. Start small, talk to someone new, go somewhere different. Say yes to the invite that makes your stomach flip, because every time you break that barrier, you grow. And a man who keeps growing becomes naturally magnetic because he carries something rare, expansion. You want respect? Then stop repeating behaviors that scream, I don't deserve to be seen. These 8 social mistakes aren't just actions, they're messages. Messages you send every time you walk into a room, and if you don't fix them now, you'll keep being that guy who's present, but never remembered. So here's the real question. How many of these mistakes are still part of you? And more importantly, what are you going to do about it now? Are you going to keep living in silent mode? Or are you finally going to take control of how the world sees you? If this message hit you hard, it's because you know it's time to change. So hit that subscribe button now, because this isn't about cheap tricks or fake confidence. This is where real men learn how to stand tall, earn respect, and never shrink themselves again. The next video might just be the one that flips the switch. Stay strong, and may God bless you.